One of the opponents of Obamacare, that is, joins me now, Republican Senator Mike Lee of Utah. Senator, welcome back to the show. It's always a pleasure to have you here. Let's start with SCOTUS. Let's start with the Supreme Court. Are you still expecting the court to strike down the mandate at the heart of the law?
I am expecting that, Gerri, based on what I saw at oral argument a few weeks ago. I anticipate that the Supreme Court is likely to invalidate the Affordable Care Act's individual mandate. And I think that decision is most likely to be announced either this coming Monday on the 18th or the Monday following that, the 25th. Those are the two remaining scheduled sessions for the court to announce its arguments before it ends its term at the end of this month.
Well, we're all on pins and needles trying to figure out what's going to happen next, but some companies are moving out ahead of this. UnitedHealthcare today announcing it's going to keep benefits in place that it's added because of Obamacare, specifically free checkups without a copay, and keeping younger folks on mom and dad's insurance until 26. Is this the start of something bigger? And why do you think companies are already out talking about what they're going to do?
Well, perhaps they've been advised that other people, in addition to me, expect the Supreme Court to invalidate the individual mandate, and perhaps they've had inquiries from their customers asking what's going to happen. So companies are on top of this. They're looking for ways to please their customer base, and that's exactly what's happening here. It also demonstrates, Gerri, that companies are willing to do things without being forced to do them by Congress.
It's interesting to see. 7 in 10 Americans, according to a new poll, believe the individual mandate should be overturned. Why do you think so many Americans now, especially given the fact that some of the benefits of the law are starting to come into place, why do you think so many Americans are against it?
Because notwithstanding any benefits that it might bring in some areas, Americans like freedom. They enjoy their own individual autonomy and liberty. They enjoy being able to decide for themselves what product to buy and what product not to buy. They don't like being told by government, especially a distant national government like what we have in Washington, D.C., that they have to buy a specific type of health insurance. That's offensive to most people, and so I completely understand why that many Americans are opposed to this mandate.
It's interesting. I think the left is picking up this mantra. One poll which says only 44% of folks believe the Supreme Court is doing a good job. I guess they're trying to paint the Supreme Court as a distant part of government that maybe doesn't understand what people want. What's your reaction to that number?
Well, first of all, what the public opinion poll might say about this or that Supreme Court decision is going to have no effect on the Supreme Court one way or the other. This isn't about popularity for them. This is about doctrinal consistency. And that's the decision that they're trying to reach. That's what they're trying to base their decision on. So that poll doesn't mean a whole lot to me. But it also suggests something broader, which is you can usually tell which side of the game, which team is losing based on who's yelling at the ref. And here we've got one team that's yelling at the ref before the foul has even been called.
Well, you were yelling at the other side, saying that some of the Democrats are acting like bullies on Obamacare, which reminded me of some of Obama's comments about Obamacare when he seemed to be trying to push back at the Supreme Court. Are Democrats overstepping their bounds here?
Well, I think we have to be careful when talking about a case that is under advisement before the Supreme Court. I think those who have made those comments should be careful not to try to coerce, not to try to intimidate the Supreme Court into ruling one way or another by saying in anticipation of what they expect might be the ruling that the court will have gotten it wrong. I think we need to let the court rule, and then they can comment on it from there.
Well, and that's going to happen very, very soon. I hope you will come back on that day, because we will definitely want to talk to you on the day the court rules, whether it's thumbs up or thumbs down on Obamacare. Senator Lee, thanks for helping us out tonight. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you, Gerri.